Welcome back to welcome back to the Sparrow 3 LP. Because after a few parts we've run out of things to say, we brought in somebody a lot more interesting and a far better speaker than the three of us combined. This part will feature special guest star my son Ben. What's up, buddy?
The Uncle Ben joke from last part was really good, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
JJ, you suck.
Thank you, Ben.
It's a pleasure to work with you. Let's jump up real high with my jetpack on.
With my feet out, I'm one tough koala.
She's a kangaroo.
That's the joke.
Oh.
So
Scary.
Ben,
I can't,
buddy,
see, I can't see the dance.
what was your first interaction with Spyro the Dragon? It's very interesting. Good to know.
Did give him a chance to finish the
I
sentence.
think this is it.
No, I think he may have been in the room the first time I watched the Skylanders episode where Crash Bandicoot appears.
Oh, well.
I remember showing. Chris, did we watch that? Did I show you that when you came over one time?
Yeah.
And it broke your heart.
Yeah.
TNT boxes. Is this Crash Bandicoot?
Snappy the seal.
See, now they're set for an actual crossover game, though, which is going to be awesome and not bad at all. Can't fucking wait.
Wasn't that just on the GBA?
No, they can have a new one now.
Oh yeah.
Because they're both popular again.
Wait, actually, you know what? To go back to something TJ brought up about leaks.
I don't want to talk about
Was it-
TJ talking about.
Yeah, fuck you, TJ. Was it one of the first big things? Was when someone data mined the end centuries, didn't they find like Crash demo?
They
Oh,
found-
no,
Spyro demo.
Yeah, Spyro
This
demo
is
was under
This
the
is,
thing.
yep, this is
I'm
why
already
Chris
getting-
didn't want to talk about
I'm already getting worked up. Oh my
Why?
god.
What's up? What's up?
You know exactly what's wrong. You know what you're doing.
No, I don't. What? Oh, what?
He was hoping that it was a Spyro
Well, they-
demo.
Oh yeah.
It was said Spyro demo in the code, so it was like, oh yeah, so they're probably going to do something with Spyro.
Because there was a Spyro demo in...
Yeah, because Crash 3 had a demo for Spyro the Dragon.
Exactly.
One,
So it
wasn't
would
it?
have made sense for him to be like, oh, here's a little thing for the remaster. And then
Ah, get fudged.
I ran out of time. But so then they film a video segment for the Crash Bandicoot Twitter account. That's like Crash putting in the code and they're like, whoa! Or more accurately, whoa! So I'm like, oh shit.
The best thing about it,
I was like, fuck you, TJ. This is going to be the greatest like game announcement ever. You play the demo right now. I was so fucking excited. Then like 30 seconds later, it's like, oh,
it's the
oh,
trailer.
PlayStation 4 trademark players.
no, the best thing ever was after that, though. It said coming out in the next few days. People will be able to experience it. Like,
Yeah, it's like, by the way, we just retweeted the trailer, but you know, you could watch it in the game
in a few days, you'll be able to watch something you can watch online now.
that we
Yeah,
just.
that's...
It's like appreciate the thought,
what a garbage company.
That
but maybe don't do it. Do us
that
like this.
is the Sonic social media team level of like just fucking no.
Just incompetency.
Yeah.
That was like, I mean, that's the
I
same
was so
thing that I was
proud.
getting so mad about you know, it's just like everything about our game that, like, all of the glory that we could have is already gone. Let's still not announce it.
I no joke have. It's been a long time since I've gone that quick from an emotional high to an emotional low.
Oh no.
It was a real bad. It was a real bad day at the Mikonos household. I was like, I'm ready to jump out of my chair, excited, and like. Oh.
I thought you would say jump out the window, but you live in a one-story building, so it wouldn't do anything.
I used to jump out a window. It would still like break something.
It's like that Billy and Mandy episode where Billy keeps coming in and seeing the thing that scares him, so he jumps out a window and he just keeps jumping out until there's no.
Does he go and jump into someone else's house
Yeah.
and jump out of it?
Great segment. Well, that was fun.
Do you guys ever watch Evil Concarne?
No.
I remember that being on and being like,
It was a show that
It was
accompanied Billy and Mandy, and it was about a dictator's brain and stomach that were placed inside of a bear.
Who made that? Seth MacFarlane?
But the bear was like independent from the dictator, so there would be all these moments where like the bear would just be like, food, and the dictator and his brain are like, no, you idiot.
That sounds terrible, TJ.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his dictator stomach.
But it was funny because like for some reason the stomach also had independent thought. So whenever the bear was like, food, the stomach would be like, yes, food.
That's like that Pixar short about all the body parts, all the organs.
Oh
You know the one I'm talking about, Chris?
Inside Out?
No, I said Pixar short. Well, like the brain's in charge, and like the boring guy walks out the cubicle, but like he wants to eat something good, but the brain's like nope, and the heart wants to dance, but like the brain keeps imagining ways in which he'll die.
And then the wallet's like, you're too broke to fucking dance, you moron.
Yeah. And then he ends up dating that woman with the arse like 5 times bigger than his head.
That's where she got shot.
It
got bigger.
The beep hit my bottom. Now my bottom's big.
I remember in the movie Robots, it was a humorous joke that the nanny robot happened to have a big bottom.
And she was called Aunt Fanny,
Aunt
which
Fanny,
in England it
right.
basically means her name was Aunt Vagina.
Good. Man, that was a mood that existed. They should make
And that movie was still rated PG.
They should make a sequel to that one, huh?
They didn't?
No, they didn't. I'm surprised there wasn't like a.
I didn't
For
think
kids
it
TV
was
show.
a bad movie.
It's okay.
I remember nothing about it, but I don't remember hating it. I think I remember walking. I saw it on the big screen. I think I remember walking out and just being like,
That's a walkout.
Eh.
Forget about it. 5 hours later. Kind
Yeah.
of movie.
You said you've only ever walked out of one movie, right?
"It's next on the plane."
I'm surprised that that's been the only one.
I didn't even know that was in
Because I feel like
theaters.
there's been movies that have been that level of quality.
There have been worse. I've seen probably worse movies.
Mhm.
Like Sucker Punch is like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh god.
But that was a movie where it was just like, this is so bad, I need to finish it. It was like a test of strength for myself.
Wasn't that at least a good movie visually? I've never seen it.
No, it looks like shit.
Oh, so that couldn't even keep you.
No, it's
Oh,
so
okay.
dumb. It's so bad. Like, I fell asleep in it. I fell asleep in a scene
In Sucker Punch?
where 5 scantily clad girls are on a train fighting ninjas, and I fell asleep during it. That's how fucking bad that movie is.
Oh, I hate this part so much. I'll probably give up on this if I don't do this like in the next
Oh
try or
yeah,
two.
this is hard.
This is some bullshit.
Do you have to hit all of them?
Yep. Can't hit the mines.
Why not?
Can you die?
Trouble with the
Oh,
mines.
hey. This took me like 20
I
minutes
would
on
have
screen.
laughed so hard if
Last
you
one.
lost. You missed the last one.
All of our submarines will be egg-shaped. You fucking bastard. It's me, I'm Duke Nukem the Dragon.
There's Duke, but to get him, you have to go through some hazards.
Froggy?
So John Cena, huh? That's a.
Did you guys hear that he steals the show in Blockers?
Is he
What's
in the movie?
Blockers?
It's a hilarious romp.
What's Blockers?
It's that stupid movie, that new Judd Apatow movie.
Oh yeah, he's John Cena he's in what was the Amy Schumer movie? Trainwreck.
Trainwreck, yeah.
He's really funny in that. I'll
He's
give him
alright.
that. He's really funny in that. Like he doesn't know how to threaten people and just says the dumbest things.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
That's a really good scene. Like it's funny
I'm deathly curious for this Duke Nukem movie.
if it even happens because this has been
If it even happens.
Oh, that's why you brought him up.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
because it's like because I swear there was a time when
Oh.
when The Rock was gonna play him.
Duke Nukem?
which I think would be a better fit. There was also a time when the Rock was going to play Johnny Bravo in the live action Johnny Bravo, and that is like that is like Kelsey Grammer as Beast level of perfect casting, you know.
Yeah, but The Rock never really had, like, amazing hair like that, I don't
Wig, well, wig on his head.
But it just,
CG.
looks, it just looks really weird.
CG. Man, I'm pretty.
I can't help but feel like the only way to do a Duke Nukem movie is to have him be washed up and everyone will be like, dude, you're not funny, your jokes suck, your movie references are outdated, like, what are you doing? And him be like washed up in the first 15 minutes and the rest of it like a mockumentary about his life as like a piece of shit no one likes.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, no one. Duke Nukem is like an outdated joke. Like all this stuff is movie references.
Yeah, I
What's
get
weird
it.
So just be like, he's on the street, like, could you spare some change for Duke? And he failed, so the aliens take over, and they're like, and he's like, oh, that's right, I'm a piece of shit dirtbag. And that's how the movie goes.
And that's why Hollywood will never let me call this fan ever make a movie.
It's going to be better than whatever they do.
It's
probably
funny
the
though
first
because
game.
I think one of the producers of the movie was like, they said something like they need to rework him
Yeah, no
because
shit.
he's very on PC, and we're living in more PC times.
So why even make a Duke Nukem movie?
So
That is that character though.
Yeah, like I can't imagine that. It's
John Cena, the first trailer is going to be like his smile sparkling. And be like,
instead of having us a guy that's a lollipop in his mouth.
yeah, I'll be like,
I just can't imagine like
I
how
love to
that,
help those in need.
how that pitch went, where they're just like, it's like, look, I know that this is the opposite of the right time for this movie.
And he hasn't been relevant in over 20 years. But
Let's get this family
Let's
friendly.
make this movie.
This family-friendly wrestler to be this misogynistic piece of shit.
Yeah,
Duke Nukem rated PG. If they don't go hot off at the Duke Nukem movie, what is the point?
Duke Nukem is a stapler.
You're more than just your body, baby.
Ron Schneider is Duke Nukem rated PG-13.
I would watch that.
I would.
He's about to find out being ape ain't that great.
The idea I've wanted to pitch for a while is Duke Nukem Jr. It's like a sitcom with Duke and his dad.
I want to punch you so much,
And
Chris.
Duke Jr. is trying to like help his dad be like, no, you can't be like this anymore. He's like, why not? It worked in the 90s, you son of a bitch. Wait a second, you're my son. That would be the whole
Make it like American Dad, where he's like a very liberal daughter.
There we go, yeah. Something to counteract.
who's like a strong feminist, and every time he opens his mouth, she just shouts at him.
Exactly, something to counteract.
Let's
Duck Nukem.
let's make a show.
Yeah, we'll turn him into a duck. That'll listen him.
Yeah.
Duck Nukem.
Let's make a show where it's Duke.
Oh, let's not
Nukem-
shut up.
I'm
It's
gonna
Duke
go down
Nukem
to the
watching
park and
his
eat some
nephew, and his
bread.
nephew's called Duke Nukem Jr.
He learned the game from his uncle Duke. Now he's to the name Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem Jr.
This idea's got potential.
Oh my, James Bond! Fuck you, James Bond Jr. Oh my god. That share what you want. That's got an awesome theme song.
When you first brought that up to me, I was just like, wait a minute, it's not his son, it's his nephew.
That's the big thing. Like I don't like the lyrics go. He learned the game from his uncle James. Now he's here today. That's not how naming conventions work. But that also implies he was named something else before he was trained. It's like in Transformers G1 when like Bumblebee gets like damaged and he gets rebuilt, and it's just so they can sell new toys. And so he goes, "Wow, in my new design, I feel like a gold bug." Then that's what we'll call you, Bumblebee. Gold bug. It's like
No, I
No.
prefer the name Bumblebee.
It's like in that parody. I used to feel good, kid. All my years, I feel like a piece of shit. Then that's what we'll call you, cop. Shit piece.
That's my favorite line.
What? We'll call you
Call
shit
you
piece.
shit piece. Oh my god.
Fuck
You
the
feel like a
Lions.
gold bug.
Feeling the game from his uncle James. Now he's there to the name Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem Jr. Barrel, barrel, barrel. Duke Nukem Jr. No one could stop him, but aliens try. Young Nukem just is a piece of shit. He'll let misogyny from his uncle Duke.
Just don't respect him.
Now he's hated by everyone. Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem Jr. Where does the water go when I flush the toilet? I don't understand.
I like how that Duke Nukem sounds like a deeper Donald Trump.
We're gonna
Not
have
far
to.
off.
We're gonna have to build a. We're gonna have to build a wall around the Earth to keep the aliens out, and they're gonna pay for it.
Just constant darkness.
He learned the art of business from his uncle Donald. Now he's heir to the name Donald Trump Jr.
We've all got oil lanterns. We'll still be able to see.
Race the butterflies.
It wasn't me, it was the butterfly.
I tell you, the butterfly. Alright, man, dog. I love that in Eagle Trip, like oh god, it's making me sick. In Eagle Trip, when the four Dexters break into Mandoc's fortress, but Mandoc like knows what they're doing, so he's gone back in time to get all the other Mandocs from the different eras. And whenever the camera zooms in on them, they give the exact same laugh, like ah. I think I've said this on multiple things, but one of my favorite lines from anything ever still when they break in, it just goes, "Man-Dog, your mechanized minions are defeated. Now it's just you, me, and me." I fucking love that line so much.
Hi, Billy.
It's also really, you can really tell they, like, for some reason, I'm not sure if it was a cost thing, but Dee Dee says nothing in that entire movie.
Oh, really?
It's almost like they couldn't afford to bring back Dee Dee's voice actress.
Shania Twain? That was weird, yeah.
Shania Twain.
I mean, I wouldn't want to pay for Shania Twain either.
You watch your mouth. She has a respectable career.
Shania Twain
Probably.
Jr. Burl.
Something name.
She learned the game from her aunt Twain.
He learned the game from his uncle, from his father, Ace. Now he's heir to the name Ace Ventura Jr.
Did y'all ever watch that Kid Ace Ventura movie on Cartoon
That's
Network?
that's what I'm saying. Ace
Oh, that
Ventura,
one.
Ace Ventura Jr. Detective. I'm like, I saw like a bit of it. I guess for like the first chunk of the movie, he's just some nerd. Before I guess his mother decides to tell him who his father was, and then a custom scene of him like going into school, dressed and acting like Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'm glad that one day the sun's gonna explode.
He fully
This
accepts
is-
that identity right out of the gate.
This is so just bad on every level.
Couldn't even get Jim Carrey back for that one. Cat.
Cat Cressida?
What does this button do? There's a moment where regular Dee Dee, who let's just assume she's 10 years old, right? She walks in, she travels through time, walks in, John Cena walks in, and
Can't
like,
see him.
like all of the man dogs are in love with her. It's like I get kid man dog doing it, but like you have like 20-year-old man dog, 30-year-old man dog, and old man
That's a
brain
little,
man dog. I'm like, man dog needs to be put on some kind of government list.
That's a little relevant to some things going on in the cartoon industry at the moment.
John Cage, a douchebag down, brown.
Who could have saw it coming?
Everyone.
Speaking of douchebags.
Whoa!
Sheep and alien UFOs. Whoa. I'm gonna go do it, but for some reason I'm telling you all about it.
Nobody likes
Alright, see
him.
ya.
His cartoons are late. John K is. What runs of late? John K is just. Chris.
I couldn't see the shot.
That was beautiful! TJ, you missed it, you twat. Get off your phone.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Ego Trip.
He was on the screen for 4 seconds and his plane exploded.
Sorry, I was watching Smash Streams. I did it so you could see it again. Totally intentional. Poor little Ben has this like desolate look in his eyes that this is my legacy.
This is my future.
My back is doing
Eagle Trip's got a really good orchestral score.
I haven't seen that movie forever.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I watched it the other night.
I haven't seen it since there.
The bit where, spoiler, the bit where like 20-year-old man-doc whips Dexter, I think is genuinely unsettling.
Yeah, that is
Like,
What?
Yeah, there's a moment where like when normal Dexter travels into the future, and like he finds himself like Man-Doc's head of this corporation, and he gets, I guess, like Dexter's late for work, and so he pulls him. Man-Doc like ties him up and like flogs him on camera,
Oh,
and like Dexter's like 20-year-old Dexter screams of in pain. Like as a kid, that freaked me out. Like no joke, I was like, that's fucked up.
welcome to corporate adult world.
Yeah. The best thing that
I
was
thought you meant like adult man dark with a kid.
Oh no!
Dexter. That's
Man,
even worse.
Yeah, but there's a really funny joke that before it happens where like he's trying to he goes, so number 12, any requests? Can I have some padding? No. He starts ripping it. No, can I have some padding? No.
No.
I wonder. So like he brought back Samurai Jack. I wonder if Jedi Tosca Wrestling would ever bring
Kenny
back.
Tartakovsky.
That's I can't pronounce it. Man.
He's got to finish the story, man.
He already did finish. He finished.
Are you
Oh, it's like your face.
are
Your
you
face.
providing a second screen experience for the Let's Play?
Your face when you lost the last one. I just want to capture that so you can post the JPEG on the
Oh.
Let's Play.
Here's TJ talking about the images the audience can't see again. What a great gimmick.
Everybody hates TJ.
Oh my god.
Everybody, clap your hands. Please clap.
This is gonna be my last.
Please applaud.
this is gonna
In
be
the
my
words
last
of
try
Jeb
at
Bush,
this.
please applaud.
Oh, fuck you, Hunter.
Why is he hanging out with Spyro and starting the game for? Like, why is Hunter in Dragon World?
They're friends. It's like how the Wisps wanted to stay on Sonic's planet.
Fuck you.
The Hunter's like, whoa, I like it here. There's a lot of free crack.
Do you think like Insomniac just liked him and that's why they keep shoehorning him into all this crap?
I'd say, yeah, they had a year to make another game. They're like, it's probably just easier if we just keep some characters. Not have to make some new ones.
They couldn't have kept the sexy deer lady?
She's here. She's around. Oh, you mean for the
Somewhere.
secondary position?
Yeah.
Well, she can't tell Spyro how to jump. She doesn't know how.
She got legs?
She doesn't know how to jump.
She got legs?
You're not born knowing how to jump. You learn it from somewhere, like cartoons.
Speaking of cartoons, we'll see you next time.
As we defeat Buzz the dungeon.
Yeah, think about it.
20 minutes!
Can I have some padding?
Now,